Another contentious day in National City. Protesters confronted the city council again after last night's meeting was derailed. Good afternoon, I'm Kimberly Hunt. And they're fighting for more information on the death of a man who was in police custody. 10 News reporter Matt Boone is joining us now live in National City. And Matt, what happened inside the meetings today?
Kim, this was a continuation of that meeting that happened last night. As you mentioned, protesters got so rowdy, so out of hand that they actually had to stop the meeting and table several of those agenda items until today. This meeting was a little bit more orderly, though at the end of it, one person was taken out by police, and periodically protesters would get up and start yelling at the city council. The protesters are chanting about Earl McNeil. McNeil came here to the National City Police Department on May 26th and phoned into the dispatchers that he had a warrant out on him and that he was high. That's according to police. When officers came to check on him, they noted he was making irrational statements and acted paranoid. Police say they tried to detain him, but he was acting combative, so they ended up placing him in a device called a wrap. But that's when things get murky. While at the county jail, McNeil became even more distressed. It was only then that police officers called for paramedics. He was taken to UCSD Medical Center and placed on life support and died 2 weeks later. During public comment, protesters demanded more transparency.
I'm here to say that our underrepresented communities are not disposable. Justice for Earl McNeil.
I urge you to do anything in your power so that we don't go down in flames and we become the Ferguson of the West Coast, and that we are not going to be killing this community. You have to send a message.
The city council is behind us, but we're actually standing right in front of the police department, and this is where that initial confrontation happened. There is likely video. There are cameras out here. Protesters are urging the city council to release that. But we did talk to the chief of police earlier today. He said they are waiting for this investigation to be complete before they release that video. They're also waiting on a toxicology report that still has not come out yet. Coming up at 6, we'll show you some of that interview with the chief, as well as more from some of those protesters. Live in National City, Matt Boone, 10 News.
And we know the chief maintains that the man died of a medical condition. We look forward to that. Thank you, Matt. And rain falling in parts of the county today at times. A summer storm brought thunder and lightning to some areas in our county. Angelica Campos is tracking it for us. What's going on now?
Well, I'm going to take you back in time so you guys can see what happened and when it happened. We did have a couple of thunderstorms, a couple of showers. It was right at 1:39 this afternoon that it seemed like it was just pouring down. It was just a tiny little thunderstorm moving right over to Ramona. All of that moisture broke apart and it actually moved into the North County, where we actually did have a few showers go through Encinitas, Oceanside, all the way up into Camp Pendleton, and very close, but still far from Del Mar. As we take a look at our sweeping radar right now, no precipitation at the moment, but the chance for thunderstorms will continue into tomorrow. I'll break down our chances also hour by hour coming up.
Thanks, Angelica. President Trump contradicted his top intelligence official today after a cabinet meeting in the White House.
Is Russia still targeting the U.S., Mr. President?
Press, let's go.
Make your way out. No, you don't believe that to be the case?
Well, President Trump's Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coats, said Monday that Russia is taking ongoing, pervasive efforts to undermine our democracy. The president also said today that he has been tougher on Russia than any other U.S. president. And all of this, of course, comes after yesterday when the president says he misspoke at the summit with Russia and that he does believe Russia meddled in the 2016 election. With thousands of people are cheering on their favorite horses, and even ones that are not their favorites, they just like the names. It's going on right now. It's opening day at Del Mar, the 79th annual event bringing fashion, fun, and horse racing where the surf meets the turf. 10 News reporter Jennifer De La Cruz is live. Let me see the Fascinator. I love it. You look great, and a lot of people have been preparing for this all year long.
Yep, I got a Fascinator today. Last year I did the hat, so I figured I would switch it up a little bit. Great day for opening day. They're getting ready for their 5th race of the day. About 30,000 people packed in these grandstands cheering on their favorite horses. The first race started around 2 o'clock and crowds will be out here all day. celebrating. It's the biggest day of the year for horse racing in San Diego. The turnstiles opened around 11 o'clock this morning, and the racetrack was quickly filled with a sea of fans in their suits, dresses, and of course their hats. The horses and jockeys parading around the plaza, giving fans a first look at the animals before hitting the track. The horses and their jockeys train all year long to compete at Del Mar. From the food and drinks to betting on horses, it's a day like no other.
It's not just betting on horses, it's that this is Del Mar. Del Mar. You can bet horses anywhere, but who wants to bet horses anywhere? There's only one track in this great country.
Approaching the starting gate.
And of course, opening day is all about looking the part. Trendsetters today can win up to $500,000 worth of prizes in the opening day hats contest. The racetrack will also host more than a dozen concerts throughout the season. So back out here live once again, waiting for the 5th race of the day. Horses will be racing tonight until about 6:40, and this will go on all season long, all the way through September. And coming up on 10 News at 5 o'clock, more about winning money in that hat contest. Reporting live from Del Mar, Jennifer Dela Cruz, 10 News.
It really is a special place, and you look beautiful, Jennifer. We look forward to more reports later on.
Thank you.
And there is a number of events to look forward to this racing season, including Family Fun Day this Sunday. There's also Donut Days, a gourmet food truck festival, a craft beer festival, and a barbecue state championship. For a full list of events, the deals, the parking information, just head to 10news.com, click on the Exploring San Diego section.
Let's get to the Now newsfeed. These are important stories that we tell you without wasting your time. And we hear about the rising suicide rate in America. Well, now the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline says it is seeing more calls. Their calls doubled between 2014 and 2017. They say it's a sign that more people are getting help. Papa John's founder John Schnatter, he's ready to take his former company to court, saying today it was a mistake to quit. He's actually hired the same lawyer who is currently representing Harvey Weinstein. Schnatter resigning after it was revealed that he used a racial slur during a May phone call. Check out these monster flames today. This is in Milwaukee. This is a chemical truck that went up in flames. Yeah, a car hit it early this morning, caused all of this, and as bad as it looks, no one was injured. Well, it's very important to be skeptical of really any phone call you get these days. That's the latest warning we're getting in from the government today. They say that callers, they're pretending to be with the Social Security Administration. Yeah, and they have tricks to try to get you to hand over your personal information. The callers, they often pretend to be with the SSA headquarters. And they'll ask you for personal information before they continue the call, like your social security number, address, birthday. Some callers will pretend that they're helping you fill out an application involving your social security benefits. Now, one thing that investigators emphasize is that if you get one of these phone calls, remember that you're in control, that you don't owe anyone any information. Now, there are times when the Social Security Administration will call you, but you'll know ahead of time. They'll usually give you a callback number with an extension and then use that number to confirm that it is really the Social Security Administration on the other end. All right, let's get back to our lineup here. In this next story, it's wild. Health insurers, they're trying to get their hands on as much information about you as they can. Yeah, it's to figure out just how much you should be paying for health insurance. Yeah, we're going to get into that when the Now continues.